Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Marielle and this is Divine Owl Wisdom. I am an empath, highly sensitive, clairaudient spiritualist, and I wanted to come on here to share what wisdom and growth I've learned along my path and my journey. And I want to pass that on to you, as well as hear back from you to help grow and heal. But the topic that I did want to talk about today was about time is existence. Are we as individuals in the right place at the right time? So when a lot of us constantly ask ourselves as individuals internally, what is the purpose of why we're here? And why am I stationed where I am? Why did I get moved this way? Why did I get moved that way? Well, the reality of it is, this being a third dimension, there is purpose for everything. This is by design. And although time is an illusion, it's a man-made illusion. It is something that we follow here to get us and guide us through this purpose of life. And so a lot of times the reason why we are as individuals in a certain area, whether it's for a short time or a long time, it's usually due to the fact that there are many lessons that we still need to learn here before we can grow and ascend and move on. As well as vice versa, there are things that we have to teach others that are in need as well. And so usually we cannot do it alone at first in the beginning, because we actually need to understand and comprehend that the fact that it is us that the lesson is to be learned from, we have to see it in the image of someone else, of another spiritual being. And there are times where the purpose behind it is not pleasant. There are times when it's pleasant, there's times when you will suffer from it. But note that when you do suffer from this, it is to make you stronger. It is to make you heal. It is to make you ascend. It is to make you grow. And there, hence, is where you learn the lesson. Consider it part of the awakening, so to speak. So, with time being man-made, going back to that, with time being man-made, it is kind of like because it's here in the third dimension and we follow certain rules and guidelines from it, there really is no past or future. There's only the present. And so as we start developing the healing part, and we start growing from what we've went through, or what we've endured, or what we've passed on to others, our physical bodies, we do start to age because we're only here temporary in these bodies. But as spiritual beings and beautiful souls that we all are, we are infinite. And so we will take those lessons with us when we move on. And to be honest with you, it's not all the time that we're always going to learn everything in one lifetime. I know for a fact for myself, I'm a very old soul, and I can feel it inside. I've always felt that I just didn't fit in with people that were my age very much. I was always more attracted towards elderly people. I liked being alone a lot. I just was always very philosophical and about gaining knowledge and wisdom. But during the purpose of being in the right place at the right time, or the wrong time, as some people could say, because of the suffering, you do get sidetracked from growing into your spirituality and knowing who you really are as an individual. And so we forget, until there comes a moment that you create and it becomes a memory of something that you can relate to, possibly from a past life, of some of what your purpose of why you're here. And so the reason why I talk about this is because there's a lot of people that they are stuck and they question themselves very often about, why am I here? What is my purpose? A lot of people, it turns into anxiety, depression. It creates issues with people that they love, people that they work with, even internal chaos within themselves, because they can't find that sense of peace and tranquility. And so it binds us, it keeps us trapped. And we're not, us being souls, and we're in this body that we've been given, it's only temporary, and the body's only temporary. And so what ends up happening is feeling trapped and bound that way. We're not meant to be that way. We're actually meant to be free and flow with peace and tranquility, and the main thing, love. Where it's really why we're here, And so as individuals, we're put in certain situations to try and help others to gain that knowledge as well. And here's the thing, and I find this very interesting, is that a lot of times when you're trying to pass that on to someone, you yourself don't even know that you're the one that really needs that healing. The universe has a very funny way of giving you what you need, not what you want. It may give you what you want later on down in life, but for the most part, it gives you what you need. And it's because it is by design. And the design is that you go through periods of your life here in this realm as an individual, your own soul, your own spirit, your own guidance, although you have your spirit guides and your ascended masters, and the universe is always behind you. Your angels, your ancestors, they're all with you. They're always with you. You just need to call on them. But a lot of times we forget this when we're here. And once again, it's because of all the distractions of where you are. And so the main purpose here, once again, is to grow, to ascend. So I do believe that our existence in each phase of life that we go through is met with different people, different circumstances, different options of how you can solve things, because you do have that free will and the choice is yours. But even if you make an error to where either you have to start over again, or it causes you even more suffering, or it causes someone that you're with more suffering, it is by on purpose. It's by design. It's meant to help everyone ascend the way that they are supposed to, because not everybody obviously is going to ascend at the same pace. Everyone has their own limits of what they can comprehend at a certain amount of gaining enough knowledge, as well as what is brought to you in that time period, because sometimes when you are going through certain things in your life of chaos, you may not be able to learn that certain lesson at that time. So it's kind of like the universe puts it on the back burner for you temporarily, because you're still going to have to learn it, so that you can get through what you're getting through in order for you to excel. And then that can come and take place, because your purpose of moving from one area of your life into another usually cannot happen until you actually close that door first and propel forward in order to gain the next. So that's why a lot of people, they feel stuck in their life, because they will do the same thing over and over again. Mundane things of repetition, things of daily routines that even though sometimes structure is good, it can also bind you to where you feel stagnant and you're not creating anything full of life, of creativity, living, to gain more of that knowledge. You see, a lot of times when people go through anxiety and depression, it is because they are stagnant in their life. Once you get moving with something, and something that you're passionate about, usually that will start to die down, because you're in your element. You are where you need to be. And so those are signs to look for, that the universe is talking to you, So I will end this with, I want you to think about specifically the question, why are we here? Are we in the right place at the right illusion time? And the answer is, you have purpose. You're here at the right place at the right time. There are no mistakes in that area. The universe does not make mistakes, because the universe is here for you to gain that experience. And so I will leave you with that thought and ponder on that. And what I want to do is, if you found this to be a good talk, please subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and share it if you like. But the main thing is, leave some comments down below, because I would love to hear from all of you about different topics that you would like to brush up on. And most definitely in the future, well, not in the future, but in future channelings, we can discuss this, because you, as the beautiful souls that you are a part of this, because we really are one. And your thoughts matter. And I really would like to have it as that we can all participate in this. And so I'm going to close it off now. But before we go, I'm going to do a few oracle cards for you, as well as I would love to tap into the energy of this episode on the present right now. And let's see what else our spirit guides and the universe would like to tell us. So let me pull a few cards out before you go. I've already shuffled them, but let's do a few shuffles here and get this going. Okay? What do you have to tell these beautiful souls today about the purpose of life and right place, right time? Okay, I got two cards. Two cards came out on that. So these are called divine doors. And so let me read to you. Walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabouts. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you will find the will to survive. So right there, that's telling you, you have purpose. You see? Everything around you in this realm has purpose. The air you breathe has purpose. The trees blowing, the trees growing, they bring you oxygen. Purpose, you see. And the other one is offerings. Abundance lies in the heart that allows. Share more than expected and see love come around. See? We're here not only for ourselves, but we're here for others. And I will tell you this, from my life experience, what I've learned. Self-care, self-worth, self-love is very important, okay? And a lot of us throughout our life, we forget that. And we don't realize that that's something very important for ourselves, because in order for us to be able to pass abundance of love and generosity and kindness and compassion and empathy, sympathy for others, we have to love ourselves first, because that is who we truly are. You see, we are love, and you have to have love for yourself, because if you don't, you can't share that with others, So let's move on. This is Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Let's get a few oracles on this, okay? Let's see what Spirit wants to say to us regarding our purpose in life here. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have for the beautiful souls? Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. The Spirit Whisperer. Divine guidance, higher knowing. That's exactly it. Divine guidance, higher knowing. This is actually a really good card, and I'll tell you why. Because when you really know yourself, and you really know who you really are, you tap into your higher self. And that's part of your higher knowing. And you ascend, and you can pass all of that divine guidance that you have accumulated in your lifetime to help others. And that's a real beautiful thing to know of what one of your purpose here is here in this realm, you know. So nothing is by chance. Okay, and last, let's do a energy check on the tarot. Ah, they're already covered out, you guys. Okay, hold on. Here we are. Let me get. They just keep on coming. Here we go. Okay, I got them. Boy, oh boy, they want to talk today, don't they? Okay, I have the Strength card came out. I have the Ace of Pentacles. And I have the King of Wands. So let me tell you, Strength. Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands. King of Wands is someone who is very nurturing, someone who is caring and loving, but yet they know their self-worth. They know that they are able to take care of themselves as well as to pass on an abundance of love to others. The Ace of Pentacles is your abundance. And so that right there, the divine is giving you this. And when I say abundance, it's not always materialistic. This is more of an abundance of that you are able to carry as a beautiful soul, as a beautiful spirit, what you can bring to the table for others, those that are in need. You know, for example, normally we can walk past someone and open the door and just, most people don't hold the door open. They just don't, you know. They let it go, and there's knowing that there's people behind them, but they still let the door go and keep going about their way, right? But when you open the door for someone and you hold it, 9 times out of 10, something trickles over to that person that you're holding that door for. And usually what they tell you? Thank you. That's abundance right there. The fact that you're showing another soul, humanity in this realm, that they matter, that they're there. You see? That in itself is abundance. And that's just one example. The Strength card. That right there shows that each of us, we are built to carry a lot of strength within us. You know, and the fact that a lot of times when we do suffer from things that, whether it's due to our side of it happening or the other party's side of it happening, it will always make you stronger. It will always give you that strength. And that in itself brings an abundance, because the universe wants you to be strong, because that's how you're going to grow. You know, if you are too comfortable where you are and you are don't want things disturbed, so to speak, well, that in itself creates stagnation. And so you're not learning things that you really need to learn to move forward. So note that the Strength card is because we all carry that within us. We've been given that. That's already inside of us. It is. So these 3 cards are actually really good cards, because to know that you have the strength, that the divine is giving you abundance, you know, but you can still keep yourself intact. That's a beautiful way to distribute your caring and loving ways to others, whether it's your family, friends, your job, people that you don't even know. There's purpose. There is purpose. That's why you're here. You know, that is why you're here. So I'm going to leave you with this. But please, come back and leave some comments, and let's move on to the next topic. I really look forward to continuing this journey, and I definitely want as many of you to come along with it, because each of us matters. Each of us has purpose. Thank you. Good night.